Hello everyone, welcome to another Star vs. the Forces of Evil vlogs. I'm Rohan Lawrence, and let's get on with the show. Well, actually, before we do, I'd just like to state I'm gonna go in reverse order because I'm gonna go in order in like which episodes interest me the most. So for this time around, I'm gonna start off with the Part B episode first. So the Part B episode is called Ludo, Where Art Thou? It's all about Ludo's younger brother Dennis trying to find Ludo. What I liked about this episode is that, Dennis really holds him in high regard. He respects the fact that he was able to, leave the castle on his own terms. He wanted to try to make something for himself. That he had a whole army of monsters at one point, which, even if they didn't win, that is still kind of impressive. So it's nice to see that somebody, really looks up to Ludo and stuff like that. But Dennis's parents want nothing to do with him. Like, they call him a deadbeat. Like, he's an embarrassment to the family and such like that. But still, Dennis is not going to give up trying to find his older brother. Apparently, we know where Spider and Eagle have been now. They've been hanging out with Dennis, hiding. While Dennis is in search for Ludo, he comes across his dimensional scissors, and while Spider eggs him on to use it, he says that, well, it's useless if we don't know where it's been, because he does the same test that Miss Haynes used to find out which dimension Marco's from, and it looks like he's been around a lot of dimensions since the last time we saw him. So he says it's useless, but Spider's just like, essentially telling him to just try different dimensions until he finds them. Eventually they do find him on a moon in space, which I guess would explain why he was like floating in space. That one episode we saw during, I believe it was Nightlife. So that would explain that. But unfortunately, when Dennis finally runs into Ludo, it looks like Ludo has pretty much gone crazy. Which is kind of sad, but like, I don't know. I mean, like, the first time Ludo went out on his own, like, he became a hardened survivor. I don't get why this time, like, he went crazy because he didn't have any social interaction. I mean, like, he had Spider and Eagle, but, like, I don't know. I just found that kind of weird that, he suddenly just went crazy, and apparently he, was obsessed with his parents? I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, Dennis manages to snap him out of it and stuff like that, and Ludo appreciates that, someone actually wants him around and actually loves him, which Ludo fails to say a couple of times because he's just like, what is this love emotion? So that was kind of enjoyable. I did like this episode. Any episode with Ludo, surprisingly, has been really good. There hasn't been really a bad Ludo episode, because Ludo really is like a little kid. It's just like, he can get into some trouble and he can annoy you sometimes, but like, you still want to root for him. You still don't want to like yell at him. Like, he just doesn't know any better. The episode's end let me off on a little bit of a weird note because throughout the episode he had like dolls of his parents that he was, pretending were his actual parents, and then at the end of it we see that he made dolls of Star and Marco. So I can't tell if this means that he's gonna go after them again or if he's still crazy. I don't know. I'm just gonna wait and see. But it's good to see Ludo is still alive, even if he is a little bit, crazy. But I'm gonna get now into ButterflyTrap, which was, wow. Whew. I mean, really, wow. So, I thought the trial was actually gonna be like a later episode, but no, the trial was, we're getting the trial now, and it did not disappoint. So the trial begins and such like that. It looks like it's going to be really boring with the paperwork and stuff like that because, a whole bunch of evidence that needs to be shipped through, but Eclipse is just like, I'll save you the trouble. I request trial by box. Which leads to a nice interaction between Star and Moon, because Star's just like, wait, you mean truth or consequences? I mean truth or punishment? And they're like, truth or punishment? It's like, it's the game we played at our sleepover. Good to know that, the Truth Box has different settings. I believe one is party, one is intervention, one is trial, and I'm forgetting the other one, but I don't know, I personally found that funny. So the trial begins and they start asking Eclipse questions and stuff like that. She admits that she wrote the evil chapter in the book, however, she did not call it the evil chapter. That was something that the council labeled her chapter, so that's interesting. She admits that she, of course, ran off with the monster and stuff like that. And it's good to see her showing affection for her husband. When she saw the picture of him, she blushed, which I thought was adorable. She's not ashamed of it. That's why I like Eclipse. She apparently was not a famous baby eater as Romulus thought. That was apparently Babe Boopsa? Whipsa? Forgetting the name. However, Eclipsa has admitted that she has psychologically tormented a few teenagers because they deserved it. As if Eclipsa really just couldn't get any more awesome. She's just, oh god. And Moon asks her a question, saying that, are you sorry for what you've done? And Eclipsa says, no, I'm not. Like, I do like the angle that they're going with Eclipsa, because with the promos, when Battle for Immunity came out, it looked like Eclipsa was going to be like this, real evil figure. But it turns out she's not per se evil, she just kind of does what she wants. She just kind of dances to the beat of her own drum. And it just wasn't aligned with the council or the Butterfly family wanted. But that doesn't necessarily make her evil. Which I like. I like that they went that direction. Like, she just looks like a genuine, I did what, like she said before in that episode, I'm forgetting the episode, but she said to Star, I did what I had to do for me. And I personally can respect that. Sometimes you're going to do something for you that people aren't going to agree with. But that doesn't make you a bad person. You're just looking out for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. So they're ready to write Eclipsa off, but apparently the rules state that because Eclipsa was a queen, she is still part of the Magic High Commission. So she is owed a question, and she is allowed to ask a question. They allow this, and her question she asks is, what did you guys do with my daughter? The entire council says, no, we don't know what you're talking about, essentially, and the truth box goes ballistic. I'm starting to get PTSD flashbacks with that. So the box starts crushing them in, like, it starts getting smaller with all of them inside. Star and Moon are like, alright guys, tell the truth now, otherwise we're all going to die. And they keep denying it, and Star brings up a very good point. And she's just like, this is so unfair. You enforce the laws, but you guys don't have to follow them. What makes you any better than the villain you claim Eclipsa is? Good point. Then Romulus has enough. He's just like, okay, fine, we got rid of your daughter. And I'm just like, wait, what? A lot of people theorized that it was the council who got rid of them, but I didn't think the council actually did it, though. I kind of wanted to have hope that they weren't that cruel. But I guess not. It turns out that Eclipsa's human husband, or ex-husband, wanted nothing to do with Meteora, so they swapped her out with the peasant girl, who we now know was Festiva, because they didn't want a monster/human being in the bloodline. So pretty much every butterfly after Meteora is not a true butterfly. Which freaking blew my mind, because that raises so many questions, like, why does Star and Moon still have the butterfly cheeks even though they're not technically butterflies? They're not related to Eclipsa. Some people have speculated that because, Festiva had the magic wand, if you hold onto the wand long enough, it gives you the magic cheeks. Like, it gives you the ability to be a butterfly, which would kind of explain why Marco had the... there's just so many questions right now that I'm just like, oh, what the hell? So after they finally tell the truth, Moon's just like, well, we had a feeling. And it's revealed that the butterflies set this up. And then, like, while the three butterflies were standing together saying that, yeah, we set this up, in my out loud I had one of those, oh my god, that's why it's called ButterflyTrap moments. And I was just like, I don't know why I was so impressed with that. I was like, oh my god, I finally get why the episode's called that. So yeah, they have been lying to the butterfly family for generations. It seems that Meteora is the last true butterfly, which leads to a pretty heartbreaking scene when Star asks and tells Eclipsa, then I guess that means we're not related, you're not my great-grandmother. And Eclipsa genuinely sounds sad, but she's like, no, sweetie, I'm not. Like, it seemed that they really do care for each other, and like, it's sad. It really is sad, because Star's whole thing this season, for season 3, has been trying to be a better princess. And now that she learns that she's not really a princess, technically, that kind of messes things up. And we all know that she was using that as a distraction with the whole Marco thing, and now, oh boy. So that's gonna really complicate things later. So, the episode ends with Star freeing Eclipsa and then claiming that, they're pretty much nobodies. They're not royalty at all. Technically, they still are because, they married into River's family, so she is a princess, but not a true butterfly. So, wow, this really raises a lot of questions. Like I said, how is it that Star and Moon, who can turn full butterfly, are still technically butterflies, even though they're not related to Eclipsa at all? Oh my goodness. Wow, that was a really good episode. I'd just like to state that why is it that every council that, like, I watch or, like, I'm a part of a fandom of are, like, idiots and like are dicks. Like the Jedi Council from Star Wars, unbelievably arrogant and let the Sith pretty much, take over the entire Senate. The Mass Effect Council would not listen to Commander Shepard when the Reapers were coming, even though the proof was in the pudding. And now the High Commission have joined the list of councils who are just idiots. Just straight up idiots. So I just don't form councils, kids. Like seriously, you just got all pompous and you screw with bloodlines and you don't believe about outer space attacks and yeah. Christ. Okay, so yeah, those are my thoughts on that, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next episode. I think the ones are Marco Jr. and Is Mystery, which I guess now we know why Star was looking sad in that Love Grows Stronger promo. When you pretty much discover that your entire legacy is kind of a lie, that can mess you up a little bit. But those are my thoughts on the newest episode. Let me know what you guys think, and damn, I really cannot wait to see what's going on. Actually, one more thing. I feel like the theme for the second half of this show is going to be the relationships of family. The moment I saw the synopsis for Marco Jr., which is the fact that Marco's mom is pregnant now, and seeing this episode, ButterflyTrap and Ludo Where Art Thou, makes me think that they're working on the different dynamics of family. Ludo's family is pretty much broken up, but, through those broken pieces, you've got the relationship between Dennis and Ludo, which I hope to see more of. They can form more of a stronger brotherhood. Then you've got the Butterfly family, who doesn't even know their own family identity anymore. Like, they don't know who they are. And then you've got Marco's family, who looks to be adding a new addition. I feel like the themes of family are going to be strong in Season 3. I had to get that out of my, head. Okay, that's really it. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you at the next one. Bye. Don't form councils, kids. Just don't.